Howdy Hive Scum and welcome back. If you've just seen my recent review video on the new Aranthian Succession book, the Spire of Primus, we're going to go through and do a separate video on all the little chunks and tidbits of information in detail for you here, starting off with, of course, Ozzy Aranthus himself. This is a new Dramatis Personae that is available as a house agent in this campaign, as well as just a house agent generally, I suppose. He is flipping bonkers. He is god tier and just utterly ridiculous. Of course, thank you to Games Workshop for sending me a plastic miniature of Ozzy Aranthus. I'm going to get that painted up as soon as possible so we can see what we can do with that, whether I go with the Eddie from Iron Maiden vibe without the mask or go with the mask. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll paint him slightly more grimdark, I reckon. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into Ozzy himself here. This guy's stats are really, really good. Don't get me wrong, they're really, really good, but all of his special rules and other stuff that he comes with is what makes him incredibly scary. So we kind of expected this guy would be nuts, and he is absolutely nuts. The stats, though, you know, they're very good, but they're not like unbelievably good. So let's go through the stats now. We've got a movement of 6, which is nice and fast, a weapon skill of 2+, which is the best you can have, really. Ballistic skill 3+, though. Strength and toughness 4, so nothing massively scary there, the same as a Goliath. 3 wounds, so again, nothing more than your Squat Charter Master or your Palanite Captain here. We've got Initiative 2+ and 4 attacks. That really is a lot of attacks, with 5+ leadership, 5+ cool, 5+ willpower, and 6+ intelligence. So the stats there, very, very, very solid, don't get me wrong, but not quite as scary as I thought they could be, considering this guy is basically a god or a Necron. He's then got his sword. He only comes with one weapon. It's the Bifurcated Sword. I think that's how you say it. It is a 2-inch versatile weapon, and it is strength +1, -2 AP, and damage 2. So pretty nasty. It's also got parry, power, and sever. So really, really, really nasty weapon, that one. He comes inbuilt with 3 skills. He's got Combat Master. It's okay. Crushing Blow. Again, it's okay, and Unstoppable, which is a pretty good skill here, especially combined with those 3 wounds and the other stuff that he's got. In terms of war gear, he comes with the Aranthian Beauty Plating, which is a great name. We also get the Archaic Displacer, which is quite possibly the funnest piece of war gear in the whole of Necromunda. I'm going to describe that to you shortly. And also the absolutely awesome Caryatid Servitor as well, which is described pretty scarily here as well. Now, he also comes with weird powers. He is a Psyker, an unsanctioned Psyker, and he comes with Assail, Divine Scorch, which is a new weird power, as well as Flame Blast as well, which is a pyromancy power. So if you want to hire Ozzy for your gangs, you've really got to petition him, and the way that you do this is you roll a d6 and you add your rep. So if your rep is quite low, you're more likely to get Ozzy, just like all of the other agents in the game. If you roll a 1 to 8 with the d6 plus your rep, he costs 100 credits, and you get him for 100 credits, which is absolutely insane value. A 9 to 15, and you get him for 200 credits. Anything more than that, though, and he will not help you at all. So if you've got a high rep, you can't have agents, basically. That's just how it is. A low rep gang can get the petition of an agent relatively easily. A high rep gang cannot. Now, the Archaic Displacer, I sort of alluded to the fact that this was probably the best piece of war gear in the game. It is absolutely bananas. So every time in the end phase, at the start of each round, you roll a d6 for Ozzy, right? If you roll a 1 to 2, move Ozostium up to 6 inches in any direction, finishing at least 6 inches away from an enemy model. So he basically teleports depending on what the dice roll is. If you roll a 1 to 2, it's 6 inches. If you roll a 3 to 4, it's 12 inches, and you've still got to be out of 6 inches of an enemy fighter, but that is just crazy. This is before he activates, by the way. You've also got on a 5, remove him from the battlefield and place him anywhere outside of 6 inches. So an instant infiltrate, kind of like the Mouse Drain Alpha. He's also got on a 6, you remove him from the battlefield and set him up anywhere again. However, it's then burnt out for the game. So you cannot use the Archaic Displacer after rolling a 6. So once you roll a 6, it's gone. So it does have a slight downside, but it's still absolutely frighteningly good, and I wish you could get that on other fighters. However, it probably costs 1,000 credits. We have Mental Bolstering, which is a special rule here. During a battle, once this fighter's gang has failed a bottle check, during any end phase in which this fighter passes its cool test and does not flee the battlefield, all friendly fighters on the battlefield will automatically pass their cool check. So you know, with a cool of 5+, that's quite likely to come off as well. Pretty damn good. He's also got Mastery of the Immaterium. This guy is a weird, he's an unsanctioned psyker, and he cannot suffer from Perils of the Warp. So he is immune to Perils of the Warp. If he rolls a double, it's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. The Aranthian Beauty plating, which I like the sound of. This is his armor. It is a 4+ armor save, and it is a field armor save, so it cannot be modified. Ridiculous. Also, he has Reflex Enhancers, which is the same as a Spire hunting suit. He gets 2 activation markers per turn. If you use any sort of tactic card or weird power on him that removes activation markers, it will only remove 1 of the 2. So he gets to activate twice each turn. You see where I'm going with this? His stats were pretty good, but all the special rules make him unbelievably scary. In terms of the unique weird power that he has, it's called Divine Scorch, and it's exactly the same as another weird power, I believe, which is Scouring. It's a template weapon. It's a basic to do this. It's strength 2, 1 damage, no AP, blaze, and template. So I think that is pretty much the same as Scouring. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Maybe they just wanted to change the wording on it or something. I'm not really sure there. But remember, he does have 2 other weird powers as well, with Flame Blast and Assail too. Now for the Caryatid Servitor. This cute little guy is pretty awesome as well. He's movement 6, weapon skill 5+, no ballistic skill, strength and toughness 2, 1 wound, initiative 2+, and 1 attack, with a 7+ leadership, 7+ cool. We've got an 8+ willpower and intelligence as well, and he comes for free with Ozzy himself. The special rules, though, are what makes this guy awesome. The first one is Omen of Misfortune. So while a Caryatid Servitor is within 3 inches of its master, whenever either this fighter or its master is targeted with a ranged attack, this fighter makes a willpower test before the hit roll is made. If the willpower test is passed, then the weapon is considered to have suffered an out of ammo result after the attack has been resolved. How awesome is that? Slightly different. It's not saving Ozzy at all like the other sort of Caryatid, but what it does do is forces you to go out of ammo. I really do like this. It means that you're more likely to want to or have to engage Ozzy in close combat, unfortunately. He's also got Dire Premonitions. If you finish or you're within 3 inches of the Caryatid Servitor, you have to take a nerve test. So you've got to take a nerve test if you're around this guy as well, which is pretty cool. He's flying, obviously, because he has got wings. He's also an unnatural corpus, which is a special rule here as well. A Caryatid Servitor is made by reanimating a Caryatid's corpse with archaeotechnology binding methods. All other exotic beasts are provoked by its unnatural scent. If they begin their activation within charge range of the Caryatid Servitor, they must pass a willpower test to be able to activate normally. And if they fail, they must perform a charged double action with the Caryatid Servitor as their target. If they are engaged with the Caryatid Servitor, they cannot perform the retreat basic action. So a cool special rule there, but it doesn't really do a huge amount, really. Aranthian Attuned is the last special rule here. And a Caryatid Servitor teleports with its master should they use the Archaic Displacer, set it up within 1 inch of its master in a legal position, basically. So, a lot to get through with Ozzy and the Caryatid Servitor. The Caryatid Servitor is really cool and it has some unique rules. It's not broken, which is great, but Ozzy himself, I think most people would agree there, he is probably the best agent in the game, right? You know, I can see a couple of other possible scenarios of agents that might beat him hand to hand. You know, Hammerfist perhaps I think is one of them. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do a battle report with Gorshiv Hammerfist or you know, Yagaloth or something like that as well. But yeah, pretty exciting. Lots of really interesting special rules, a unique weapon, and yeah, I think the most exciting thing about him is the Archaic Displacer with the 2 activation markers. Really, really nasty is Ozzy Aranthus. Is he going to get much table time, though? I think that's up to you, whether you're going to use him outside of this campaign. Be using him sparingly, because he is certainly not going to win you any friends, because I think he is going to murder everything on a battlefield. So there you go. That's Ozzy Aranthus. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be back with more videos on this book real soon. Stay tuned. Peace out.